Kings. Take your Bibles, everyone. Everyone. Twee Koningen, hoofdstuk 6, from verse 8. 2 Kings chapter 6. 2 Kings chapter 6. Are you there? I am reading from verse 8. Everybody lift your Bible, let me see it. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants. Take note, the king of Syria was into war against Israel. And the king of Syria took counsel with his servants, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. Verse 9. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for hither the Syrians are come down. If you read NLT, you will get it very clear, but I will explain. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him, and warned him of, and saved himself there. Not once, not twice. So it was more than once and twice. It was many times. Hallelujah. Amen. Verse 11. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was so troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? Hallelujah. Amen. Verse 12. And one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet. Say Elisha the prophet. Elisha the prophet. That is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest, even in thy bedchamber. Hallelujah. Amen. Verse 13. And he said, go and spy where he is. That is the king of Israel, Syria is speaking. He said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots, and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. Hallelujah. Amen. Therefore, verse 14. 15. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early, hallelujah, and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. Hallelujah. Verse 17. And Elisha prayed. And Elisha prayed. Say Elisha prayed. Elisha prayed. Oh, say it again. Elisha prayed. And said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. Say, open his eyes. Open his eyes. Oh, say it loud. Open his eyes. That he may see. That he may see. Bible says, and the Lord opened the eyes of the young man. And he saw, and behold, the mountains was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. 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 May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. Amen. This is a very interesting story. Anytime I read it, I get and thrill. I get excited. I feel God is too good. Hallelujah. Amen. Now, Bible says Syria went into war with Israel. And the king of Syria will call his men. You know, as usual, if you're going for war, you plan, you strategize. And so you will call his men, and then they will plan, they will strategize. They will tell themselves, what do? They map out strategy. Okay, we will go this way and meet them there or attack them unexpectedly. Then, Bible says that when they plan, then the prophet who lives in Israel, who is not where they are or where they went, will call the king of Israel and will tell the king of Israel that, look, tell your men that they should send some people to Overfed, because the king of Israel have sent some people there. And then they will make sure they will attack, they will make sure they stop them. And then they will plan again another time. And maybe this time we won't go through Overfed, we will go through Canaan, or we'll go through wherever. Hallelujah. And then Elisha will call the king of Israel. They will tell the king of Israel, look, this time they are going through Canaan. And then they will stop them. And then the king of Israel, Syria, was worried because it happened several times. Not once, not twice. Hallelujah. Amen. This tells me that when you have a prophet in your midst, it's really important. Hallelujah.
Amen.
And the king of Syria called his men and said, no, there's somebody amongst us who is leaking information. Because on several occasions when we plan, the people counterattack. And we don't tell them anything. How do they know that we are going through this place or we plan to meet them here? And then one of them said, King, don't worry yourself. There is one prophet who is sharp. Say sharp. Sharp. Even what you discuss in your bedroom with your wife, if you go to him, he will tell you. He knows everything that happens, God reveals to him. And then the king of Syria said, okay, then it means that we have to deal with the prophet. Hallelujah. Amen. That is why you don't have to joke with servants of God. Because when they stand in for you, the demons will intend what? Attack them. Then they went, sent chariots and horses to go and arrest Elisha. One morning, they went in the evening. So early morning, the servant of the prophet woke up. I don't know what he was going to do. But when he watched, here are people. People who are ready to fight. Then he ran back to his master and told the prophet, Prophet, we are in trouble. You come and work something. And the prophet said, don't worry yourself. Hallelujah. Amen. If you serve God properly, if you walk in his ways, he will always send angels to be with you. Amen. Wherever you will go, let them concord, let them plan, let them do whatever. Sometimes the air will blow a little bit. It will affect you a little bit. But I promise you, Bible says that the righteous man falleth 7 times, but he rises up again. And so if you fall, you will not be there. That will not be the end of your life. You will surely rise again. Hallelujah. And so the prophet said, don't worry. There are many people who have surrounded us, and they are more than the soldiers you are seeing. Amen. So he prayed, and that is my message. Amen. I'm going to talk about that shortly, and we'll stand and pray. Bible says he prayed for the eyes of the servant to be open. And I read this week during my morning devotion. And I started meditating upon this word. And I asked myself that the servant of the prophet was not blind. He was seeing. The Bible says he prayed for God to open his eyes. That means that there is. All that we see on this earth is not that there is to life. There is another world. Say another world. Oh, say it loud. There is another world that God needs to open your eyes to see. Hallelujah. Amen. The servant of the prophet was seeing physically. But there is another world. And in that world, it controls what we see here. That is why the prophet wasn't afraid. Amen. That is why the prophet was confident. In the spiritual world, or the spiritual world controls the physical world. Whatever happens to you, either good or bad, it happens in the spiritual before it manifests in the physical. There are people who are walking, they are alive, but in the spiritual they have been dead. They have been killed already. They are waiting for just small car to pass them by, and they will fall down. And all they will say is that, oh, but the car just hit him small. There are people who are walking, they are alive, but in the realms of the spirit, they are dead already. They are just waiting to go and sleep one day, and they will not wake up. They are waiting for somebody to hit them to fall down. There are people in the realms of the spirit. Things have happened to them. It is just gradually manifesting in the physical. So everything that happens to you, it happens in the spiritual world before it comes forth in the physical world. Hallelujah. Amen. And so the prophet said, don't worry. You are only seeing the physical world. That is why you are worried. But there is another world. And in that world, we have many people who have surrounded us. They are more than those who you are seeing with your physical eye. Hallelujah. Amen. Today, I want us to pray into that world. Amen. And so the prophet had to pray to God and tell God, God, open his eyes. So should I say all of us? We are walking, but things are happening around us we don't know. Am I yes or no? Yes. Amen. Amen. We go about our businesses, we go about going to our work, we go about doing things, but things happen around us we don't know. If it is true, I've ever heard before that there are people who even you see them walking like this, but their heads are on the ground. Amen. So you walk past the person, but the person's head is on the ground, the leg is up. Because he can't. Amen. Amen. And the prophet had to pray to open his eyes. Let's look at something. Luke 24:31. When Jesus resurrected, look. So today, I came to just quicken someone and tell someone, don't joke with the things of God. Amen. Because when you joke with the things of God, you allow the devil to play with you. Amen. On the road to Amos, when Jesus resurrected, he met two men walking and discussing him. And when he got close, he started chatting with them. He walked with them to their house. And they how do you call it? Let me use the word force. Hallelujah. Amen. He had to take something because it's getting late. And the Bible said he sat with them at table. And they took something. And when they took something, come to 31. Come to 31. 24. 31. Can we all read that together? No, let's start from 30. Let's start from 30. One go. And it what? Came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and did what? Blessed it and break it and gave it to them. And 31 says what?
Then their eyes were opened.
And he vanished out of their sight. So when they were walking with Jesus after he resurrected, they were seeing the man, but they didn't know it was Jesus. Amen. They didn't know it was Jesus until Jesus sat at table with them, took bread, break it, gave it to them. When they ate it, then their eyes opened. And they got to know that, oh, so we were walking with him all along and we didn't know. And so sometimes you can be by your blessing and miss it. Amen.
Amen.
That is why you don't have to joke with your Christian life. Because it's not all that you see that there is to life. There are things that are happening. And they are happening around us every day. Amen.
Amen.
I don't want to scare you. Because you are a child of God. And God always sends his angels to protect us.
Amen.
So there's no need to fear. But I just came to tell somebody that don't joke with your Christian life. Because when you joke with it, the enemy will joke with you. Especially in these last days. Where he knows that his days are numbered. Where he knows that very soon Christ will come. He's working hard to pull people out of God's house. He's making the love of God in the heart of many to grow cold. It's making people find reasons why they can't come to church, why they can't serve God. It's making people find reason why they have to fight with somebody in church. Somebody has offended me, and this person has done that, and all this and that, in order to let you relax. But brothers and sisters, I came to tell you that it's not all you are seeing with your naked eye that there is to life. There are powers in the realms of the spirit that are working against your life every day. So you don't have to joke with your life, and you don't have to joke with your Christian life. If you joke with your Christian life, the devil will play with you. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. 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 That the servant of Elisha got so scared, and sometimes we also get scared like that. When you get up and you feel sick and it looks like how do you call it? You are going to die immediately, or there and then you get so scared. When something happens and it looks like the thing is so serious, then you get so scared. Why? Because you don't have the second eye. You can't see. Amen. And so he got scared, and then he went to his master and told his master that we are finished. And the master said, no, be on your feet. Be on your feet. I don't know if this my scripture is rather Ephesians 1:18. He says, and the eyes of your understanding will be enlightened, or should be enlightened. Ephesians 1:18. Yes. Is someone there? Ephesians 1:18. King James.
Yeah.
Yes, read loud.
The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, what are the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints.
The eyes of your understanding will be what? Enlightened. For you to receive revelations from God out of his word. Close your eyes with me. How I wish God will open all of us. He will open our eyes to see. But it's not possible. Thank God is giving the gift to some people. Close your eyes, you want to pray. From beginning to the end, there's no place for arguments. You are God by yourself. Say you are God. Oh, you are God. From beginning to the end, oh, there's no place for argument. Yeah. You are God. Now listen to me. Listen to me. I want us to pray that God, in this, let the spiritual realm always favor us. Listen to me. Let the spiritual realm always do what? Favor us. You don't have eyes to see, but whatever goes on there, God, always let it favor us. Whatever happens there, God, send angels to fight if it is a war. Anything that happens in the realms of the spirit, Jehovah, since we don't have eyes to see, let it favor us. Let it help us in the name of Jesus. Now close your eyes. Lift up your voice. Begin to speak to the Lord. Begin to speak to the Lord. Begin to speak to Him. Begin to speak to Him. In the
Thank you.
Satan had wanted to sift you as wheat, but I prayed for you. Hallelujah. Amen. That tells me that Peter didn't have an eye to see in the realms of the spirit, to know that the devil has planned to sift him as wheat. Hallelujah. Amen. The same way the servant of Elisha didn't have eye to know that God had sent what? Troop to protect them and even fight for them. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. I want you to take this prayer very serious. Amen. I said there is a second world called what? Spiritual world. And in that world you don't have eyes to see anything there unless God decides to reveal it to you. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. But we want to pray that, Father God, whatever happens in that realm, God, let it favor us. Amen. If the enemy decides to fight us, Lord, fight the enemy for us. Hallelujah. Amen. If any witch, any wizard, if any demon decides to attack us, Lord, standing for us. In the name of Jesus, close your eyes for the second time and take it to another level and speak to the Lord. That Lord, let the spiritual world favor me. Let the spiritual world favor me. Whatever happens there, oh God, eyes for me, oh God. Stand against the enemy. People have come to say, I remember back in those days when we came to, how do you call it, Utrecht, in the early 2011, thereabout. You remember, there's this young man who came to say that they said somebody took him somewhere to a Jew somewhere, and the person said, they said where he goes to church, the men of God or the servants of God are powerful. So they tried him and they couldn't get him. And the person came to do what? To tell him. Hallelujah. That, you know what, I took you somewhere, but they say this. Hallelujah. I think and believe that you also must be spiritually strong. Hallelujah. You must also fortify yourself so that even if you don't see the things of the spirit, even if in the spiritual world the enemy tries, because you are strong